Uno.
Segment
Dos.
2, right here on the Danny Vegas Live Show. The #1 show online in the world.
In the world.
In the world.
Right here in beautiful Las Vegas, Nevada.
WCOBM.com.
At the Gene Woods Raceway Racing Experience.
Like I say every week,
Don't spend $10,000 on bottle service at the hotel.
spend $20 and have a better time right here at Gene Woods Racing Experience.
Best ride in town.
All right. Thank you very much. Boy, that's like riding a bike, isn't it? All right, segment 2. Let's get into some business with Shark Tank.
Hoo-ha-ha.
Okay, Nicole. Hoo-ha-ha.
Yes.
Okay, Nicole. I was on Facebook, which I just think is one of the best inventions since the internet. I think it is literally such a great product. It's better than all the rest. That's why it just keeps growing and keeps getting better.
Why? Why is it better than the rest?
I think it's better than the rest because it has everything. It just has everything. Other things just kind of take a piece of it, like, oh, we're just going to do pictures. Oh, we're just going to do this. Man, it just has everything. Like, for example, here's a great example. I'm going to bring a couple names that just maybe 6 months ago was the shit. Okay, now, it's Cricket. Yeah.
Meerkat, bye.
Periscope.
What?
You know what happened? I knew this was going to happen. I said, you know what? I'm not going to mess with that stuff. Because as soon as Facebook does one of these things, it's all over but the crying. It's exactly what happened.
So my contention, Facebook is the best because there's no one better that is looking at customer psychology, customer actions, execution, and giving people what they want. Facebook makes you feel special, and they do it in a way that makes you feel like a star in a very easy to implement way.
That's right.
Go through your memories, click on this, you can do your year in review, take your best pictures. Hey, happy friendiversary, happy birthday.
It is just
everything. You're the star.
It is great. And one cool thing about social media, well, not to go back to Standing Rock, but if it wasn't for social media, no one would give a damn about what's going on up there. But anyway, It is the great equalizer. I say it all the time. There's nothing that Coca-Cola, FedEx, UPS, there's nothing on social media that they can do that you can't do. Now, they'll pay someone to do it, and it'll be Class A stuff, but nothing that you can't learn and you can't do yourself.
And they're really good at taking the folks that could be competitors and gobbling them up. Because Facebook could not compete with Instagram.
Yeah, so
and
they just bought them.
And we'll see what happens. So they acquired Instagram, and now that works well together. Now, it's interesting to see because right now Instagram through Facebook is trying to get a little bit more Snapchatty. They've started stories. They've started some other things.
Right.
And I don't know if we want to get deep into social media, but it is a good model of taking a look at your clientele. Are you serving your clientele? Are you as good as your clientele deserves to be? So I think that's the base. The bottom line, you need to make sure you can bring it.
Okay, you're right. So I'm going to tell a little story,
Okay.
and then we're going to get into it. I was on Facebook.
Yes.
And I saw a post by one of our Mighty 500 friends. And you know her much better than I do. Now, I'm not going to say her name because I don't have her permission to do so. But she just pretty much says, as a business owner, how do you get your business to the next level? Now, of course, I've always had this pet peeve about what is the next level. Most people want to get to the next level, but they have no idea what the next level is. To them, the next level, I think, is just finding someone who can get them 2 checks instead of just 1, or just bartering away some free stuff. So we're going to talk about that today. We're going to talk about, okay, what is, and I'm big on people, process, and product. I get that from The Profit, great show, but I added an extra P, and that is pathway. What is the pathway? Because I will tell you straight up, I know hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of business owners that come to my events that has not moved up a level, down a level. They're doing the same damn shit for 5 years.
They're on the hamster wheel.
They're on the hamster wheel. And it's just sitting here saying, man, I've known you for 6 years, and you're not doing anything different than when I met you 6 years ago. What's your pathway? Where are you going to be in a couple of years? Now, hey, don't look at me. I'm guilty too, Nicole Taylor Sharp. There's certainly been in the history of Danny Vegas a couple of years where I was just sitting on my ass, just kind of going through the motions, just hoping that something would fall into my lap and make me go to the next level.
Someone would find you and realize how
Yes.
special you are
You're
and
so
say,
special to me.
you're the one, I pick you.
Here's my check. Where have you been all my life? Wrong. You have to create the pathway. You have to, what do we say? You got to create your own luck.
You need to know where you're going.
That's right.
If
So-
you don't have a goal and know what you first said, what is the next level? Define the next level for you, because until you know what it is that you want
Right.
and where you're going to go, chances are you're not going to get there.
That's
You're
right.
going to wander around, loop around, and do the same things over and over again, because we are all creatures of our habits.
That's right.
And our habits can either make us or they can break us. So you need to develop new habits, but before you can do that, where are you trying to go?
Well, I think what's interesting, and we have talked about this many times before, that, and you've even said it in this show, that networking really isn't a place to sell your stuff.
Correct.
It is a place to expand your sphere of influence. Okay? And I always say this all the time. Now, I know I turn down all the speaking engagements that I get asked to do. I don't do them because I just really am not into it that much. But I will tell you that, and I lost my train of thought for a second, but I will tell you that networking is the most, as far as price-wise, it's the best way to expand your business as far as not spending a bunch of money.
Sure.
But it takes the longest amount of time.
It does.
It is an investment
slow and
in
sometimes
time,
painful.
and it is, if you look at some of the popular brands that are out there that everybody knows about, that's first of mind, D&R Diamonds, AA Printing. These guys have taken years of going to networking events, shaking hands, becoming first of mind in the Mighty 500, And that's how they've done it. You just can't do it with one, I'm going to go to this event. Oh, that sucked. I went to this event. Oh, I didn't meet anybody. That's not the idea.
Blame game, right?
Yeah,
right.
let's go.
Yeah,
So-
that's not the one event that changed everything for me. So sorry, it's not supposed to.
Right. It's not supposed to. And I hear that all the time.
Okay, so pathway.
Pathway. You have to develop, and I'm guilty, but you have to develop and I guess you can fit that into the process part of that thing equation. But a pathway, like here at WCOBM, we have a platform now that we're tweaking, because we discovered that what we were doing, the pathway was not there anymore. It was not. So what do we have to do? I took this over. I'm a big guy when it comes to distribution, putting eyes on the product, etc., etc. And now I am bringing that on, got the bosses to okay some things, and now in my mind, there is a pathway to success.
Right.
So look at your business. Are you kind of just doing the same thing? We love our networking groups. Why? Because we're so comfortable there. Oh, I love all my friends.
My friends, it's
And
my
my
social
friends.
outlet.
Are you uncomfortable going to a place where, because I always say it, you got to get to the point where you can get in front of people who can stroke a check and change your life. And I've always talked about, networking's great. We love it. I love it. I hold networking events. But I will tell you, the vast majority of times, the people who stroke checks to change your life, they're not there. Where do you got to go to find them? How do I get to the point? And I think Nicole is right. You better have your A game. Because as my friend Jerry Zimmerly told me a long time ago, when people give you their money, it's their A game money. So you got to have your A game service or product or service. Am I right?
Right.
Because when they give you that money, that's their A game money. There is no B game money. There is no C game money. So when they're giving you money, what do I always say? Yeah, I know you don't know.
Yeah, no, I do know. I do know.
When people give you money, everything is your problem.
Everything is your problem. So I got to tell you though, to me, getting to the next level, and this is a whole nother concept, it is all A money. Every time someone writes you a check, it doesn't matter if it's $100, $1,000, or $10,000, but there's just as much time invested in earning that $10,000 client as there is that $1,000 client.
That's right.
And it starts right here on whether you know you can bring it, what it is that you offer, you know what your value is, and then being able to communicate that value to the person. So offering up a value proposition, to me, that I think that's where so many people fall short, because they
right.
let their insecurities undercut their value and worth when it comes to accepting a check.
That's right. We're going to get into that in segment 3, because we're going to talk about the Bebo Awards, which she was neck deep in, and we're going to talk about a few other things too. Just keep on live, man.
We'll be
We're
back.
rocking.